Okay, we're gonna get into a basic, quick, low gear loot run through the center and second floor of the mall. You guys have probably seen me do this a number of times if you've watched the stream. It gives you a good opportunity to take advantage of unaware PMCs or killer runners. You can get a good shot on killer yourself if you bring a weapon. Generally, you want something M62, M61, SVD or Mosin with 7N1 or SNB. But this is an easy way to traverse the mall and stay out of the way of the people fighting in the center or over Ultra, while still limiting your exposure to angles and getting eyes on the other PMCs. Also, very easy run to go through as a pistol runner, or just with like a scav weapon, scav backpack, or tri-zip. Easy, generally an easy 250,000 rubles each run. I generally recommend, if you are going to go for Killa, bring something ranged. I do prefer the Hunter with the ranged and the PK06. Significantly easier. So our first goal is to get in and up the secret stairs. Whichever side of the mall we spawn on, the loot run is the same. We go in and up secret stairs. Traverse the second floor, hitting the crates and the loot there. And then get around and down the other side to our extract. In this case, we spawned over by railway and have power. So we're going to go in, ID a garage. Now, if you're a late spawn, there will be scavs here. Even as on time, generally one or two will spawn in this area. We got lucky here. If you're looking for weapons, you can check those two tents there. I usually stick my head up, see if there's anything worthwhile up here. But for the most part, your main goal is just as quickly as possible to get in and up the back stairs. Ever since they rebuffed up the GPU spawns in the computers, these back offices are a rather high-trafficked area. I don't need GPUs any longer, but it's not bad to check. As long as you're wearing contacts, you'll hear people approaching. Just make sure to shut the doors behind you, and you'll hear them open them. I usually check the PCs, the front of them, for the flash drives. Those will fit in your stick case, and they sell for very good money to Peacekeeper. Easy way to build up US cash. I come up here. Generally, if you're going to run into anyone on this side, they're going to be running up here and running straight left. They generally don't even look this way. If you have an easy shot, you can take it. I've caught a number of people unawares that way. Big come-ups to me there, but they will be rushing, so you have to... It's kind of a right place, right time sort of thing. Not really a great spot to wait people out, hoping to catch them. Fabric will spawn in this store, if you're looking for that. And it has great trades. With the troopers, you can also find on scavs, or in the locked crates on this map, or now in the weapons and attachments crates scattered around the map. This computer can also have a flash drive. It's generally worth checking. This pharmacy up here on the right side of interchange, very, very rarely checked. Especially early wipe when you're looking for a buildup of meds, especially meds that can stop, you know, the heavy bleeding that was introduced. Very, very underrated spot. You'll often find your Salewas in there. Valuable spawn right here on the shelves, and right here in the cabinet. People generally don't even check there. This is probably the most dangerous spot that you're going to cross up here. People will be here looking for Killa. They're generally looking down for Killa though. Gives you the advantage if you have range. If not, just kind of bypass that part of the loot run. This isn't a bad room if you're looking for just loose loot, especially for the hideout. As you're coming out, always check the rafters. A lot of people like to sit up on especially these back ones because they can watch checkpoint, tech light, the other escalator, and down this way. Generally with thermals. If you brought a large caliber gun, you'll do just fine. We just saw Killa down there. This is why I like this spot. He'll either be right there, sometimes right over there. Trying to kill him and grab his loot and come right back up. Normally, we would not push this quite so fast. It makes amazing bait for other PMCs. A ton of people will just absolutely dolphin dive on this loot the second they see he's unlooted and go for the pockets where the key cards are located for that chance at that Red Labs key card. For me, the armor is probably the best part because it's guaranteed. Solid money. This will be about, right now, 300k. This will be about 130k. The ammo is where the real money's at. A Golnik or BS is worth even more. Cruising here. Ton of hideout fuel can spawn here. Hideout items. There will be fighting at Tech Light. We usually just give that a skip. On loot runs, doesn't interest us. And by the time we get here from the other side of the map, or if we spawn on this side, we go straight in, straight around. It'll usually be going on right after we leave and be over long before we get here. Fabric will spawn here, also on these tables, if you're looking for that for the trade for the slicks. Weapons crates here. Almost always will have a lunchbox in these if you're low on energy. A great spot to know about. Generally, when I get the smokes off Killa, I toss them right off the bat. Gets you 0.2 strength if you don't have your air filter in. A little more if you do. I think 0.3. But that's free strength XP and leveling that you're doing at no cost, just for killing Killa. Now, if you're feeling bold, you can check these. I usually check them on the way up, but not on the way down. On the way down, there's usually someone in here looting. the actual crates, and it's time consuming and makes an outrageous amount of noise. On the way up though, I absolutely check the weapons crate here. The table over there has attachments. This room in particular is a great spot for finding optics, especially early wipe. As far as I'm aware, this has never been fixed. Nothing will ever spawn in here. Don't waste your time. You also have a bag here. Bag here. And juice, sodas, energy drinks, that sort of thing will spawn right here by this book. Another excellent spot if you run out of your hydro mid-raid. One thing to notice, this always spawns closed, this always spawns open. A good way to determine if someone has dumped someone's gear. If you're not quite full, there is a number of valuable spawns on these shelves. They're fairly rare and usually looted quickly. Weapon crate in here. Now, as long as if you've waited until the end to do your run, this is a much more dangerous spot. But you can always check. If power's not on, it's not so bad. Very unlikely to be camped. If it is, I would go over into Ollie and down that escalator and go out the side, come back in, come around that corner there. Just give the whole room a skip. Now, if you brought an armored rig or, you know, no backpack, the no backpack extract here is absolutely a viable and easy way to get out of this map. It also shaves generally about 3.5 minutes off your time in raid, which, depending on what you're doing and what you're going for, can make a fairly large difference. If you're running into a lot of extract campers, that's absolutely a viable way to bypass that, especially if power is not on. I generally just push out 2 Emercon. Scavs will patrol all the way back here. If you can get by without getting shot at or shooting the scavs, it's absolutely preferable in this area because it's so open and there's so many high spots. People will keep their eyes open and look for you as you are going to extract. It's such a long area, you do generally have to stop and get your stand back, especially if you're full of loot or low level, low strength. And they will generally wait for that shot. If I have to stop for stamina, I generally do it in the low area back there or right here. As you can see, this concrete covers you for the most part from the people up on the overhang there. Once you get past here, your main concern is going to be these bushes, that corner, these tents. These bushes here, generally not a concern, as they won't hear you if you walk up about this far away until you push the tent, clear back here, pop up and extract. One thing to be aware of is, I don't know why they like doing it, but people like sitting right here. I guess so they can stand up and surprise people. They're generally not a threat if you're coming up this way. They'll hear you. They'll have to stand up to turn. You'll absolutely hear them. They won't be too much of a problem, but be aware that they do hang out there. Another weirdly common thing that people are doing lately is getting boosted up and laying down in this truck bed, and then they'll pop up. But that's why I come on the left side. If you're behind this truck cab, you're absolutely fine. They can't get you from those bushes, even with nades. And they can't see you from the opposite side, which is the vastly more camped side. You should be fine. Do not assume that you are safe until you're at this screen. You're out. Keep your wits about you. Keep your eyes open. You should be fine. And as I said, this is a quick, generally even quicker than cash running route if you don't stop for Killa. But it does give you the option to kill Killa, grab his loot and get out, or get shots on full geared guys that are basically rushing the middle to get Killa. Generally, they'll stop and try to peek corners in certain ways where they really expose themselves to the second floor, and you can take advantage of that fact. But it will obviously extend the time of the raid.